Hey, what's up everybody? This is Ian with Head Motor Company again, bringing you another video. Today we're going to be discussing the differences between the 2019 and 2020 model FTRs versus the all-new 2022 redesigned FTR. These are both S models, so we're apples to apples when it comes to comparing the bikes across their years with their respective models. I'm going to hit on just a few things that they've changed and, kind of cover why they did what they did with this bike versus leaving it the way it was, right? Why did they change something that was working? And, we'll kind of get into that and talk a little bit more about it shortly. So right away, the first thing you're going to notice on these bikes, the biggest difference is tires. You can see on the right-hand side here, we have a Dunlop tire that is definitely inspired directly from the flat track racing team. And, it works great for that purpose, and doing a little bit of light off-roading on this bike is very possible with these older models. It's sitting on a 19-inch wheel, and the seat height, I believe, rings in right around 33 inches with this setup. So it's a really, really tall seat. For a lot of people, that's not necessarily a good thing, but it does have the advantage of having awesome ground clearance. And for taller guys, you're not going to be cramped up on the older model FTRs. They kind of went back to the drawing board, and a lot of guys were talking about how they wanted a little bit better handling for street use because that's where they were riding these bikes mostly. So we've switched over in 2022 to a 17-inch wheel, which is, typical for street bikes from other competitive manufacturers. So now we have a 17-inch cast aluminum wheel wrapped in Metzler tires. It's a 120 up front on this bike, and in the rear you have a 180, which is a full-size sport bike tire. So great tire setup from Indian. This helped reduce the seat height from 33.1 inches on the older models to 30.7 inches over here. So over 2 inches in reduction is really impressive, and it makes the new FTR a little bit more attractive for shorter riders, and especially for the sport bike enthusiasts who want to have a little bit better control going through those corners. I do want to talk about Wheelbase and Rake. So the rake on these bikes is different by about a degree, with the older models having a more aggressive rake and the sport model and the new model having a less aggressive rake. Whenever your rake is out a little bit further, it kind of affects your handling, but gives you more plush suspension feel, where you'll be soaking up a little bit more of what's out in front of you, whereas this is going to be a lot more up and down, and you're going to feel a lot more, but your ability to corner and handle the motorcycle through tight, twisty sections is going to be improved. The overall wheelbase of the two bikes is the exact same, that has remained unchanged. Both bikes also come standard with ABS and traction control. Just to give you guys a quick idea, I'm about 6'1", and whenever I sit on the older model, I can flat foot it if I really try, and I'm sitting up pretty high on this bike. On the updated model for 22, I can easily flat foot this, and I feel a little bit lower on it, so my center of gravity is going to be improved, and the bike's going to sit a little bit better for people who may not have the 6-foot height advantage. Both bikes have 3 ride modes, rain, sport, standard, ABS is standard, both running Brembo brakes, stopping power is excellent. A very well-rounded motorcycle that received a few updates because Indian's a company that is forward-thinking. They listen to what their customers say, and they implement changes based on that feedback, and I think they've done a great job. That being said, the old bike is not a bad model, and we're actually running great specials on this right now, where you can get into a older model FTR for well below the original MSRP. So be sure to give us a call or come down and visit us in our showroom to see one of these and sit on one and see which one you'd rather take home. We have several in stock, as you can see, so we have plenty of options, and if we don't have it, we can order it and we can get it. So give us a call here at Head Motor Company in Columbia, Missouri. Happy to answer any questions you guys want to know about these bikes. 573-554-5555. Ride safe. Have a great week.